Standalone Minecraft VR for the Oculus Quest. Something we've been wanting for a very long time, and something that to this day we have still not received officially. But don't worry, Questcraft has been here. And they have been here for quite a while at this point. Still, the most watched video on my channel is the video where I show you guys how to install it, which should show Microsoft how much people really want this. But Questcraft has had a problem. Since V71, Meta introduced changes that stopped Questcraft from functioning correctly. But don't worry, Questcraft V6.0 is now here. In case you want to know the full changelog, it's going over me on screen right now, and you have the video from yesterday right up here. So, witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie, I'm Mysticle, and today I'm going to be checking out Questcraft 6.0 with you guys, the brand new version of Questcraft out for our MetaQuest devices, which supposedly fixes all the issues people have been having while making the game a whole ton smoother. As usual, you have chapters down below to skip to any specific part of this video that you might be most interested in, and with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, if you have never installed Questcraft before, I need you to know that you will need some form of ADB to get the APK sideloaded onto your Quest first. It is entirely standalone after that, but you will need a computer in order to actually install the game. This is because it has not been released officially on the MetaQuest store. It's available on Sidequest and available on GitHub. But apart from that, nothing to kind of get it onto the device without sideloading. So we're gonna do this the easiest way. I've got my laptop right here with Sidequest opened up, and the game hasn't actually been released with V6.0 on Sidequest yet, but the way you will install it once it has is inside Sidequest. You will search for Questcraft, and it will be basically the first one that shows up. Then what you want to do is make sure you have developer options enabled on your Quest. You will need this because without it, ADB debugging will not be enabled. Once you have developer options enabled, you want to plug your Quest into your computer using a Type-C cable. Then inside your Quest, you will probably get a prompt asking you to confirm whether you want to allow for USB debugging between your Quest and the computer. So you must accept that dialog or else it won't show up. Once you accept the dialog, Sidequest in the top left is going to tell you that your Quest has been connected. Then what you want to do is just press sideload now and you're done. It's that simple if you're doing this through Sidequest. If you don't feel like downloading Sidequest or want to use a different method of ADB, then you can download the APK directly from their GitHub, which I will leave a link to down below, connect your Quest to your computer, accept any ADB debugging dialogues, and once you have confirmed those dialogues, you want to type ADB space install space drag the APK into your terminal or whichever method of ADB you're using and press enter. This will manually install the APK onto your Quest. That's pretty much it. You can also use an Android phone to do it. There is Sidequest for your Android phone. We've got videos on this. And of course, if you have Sidequest on your Quest, you can also do it straight from that. So tons of options to get Questcraft onto your device. And yeah, they've really made it quite simple over the years. I still remember at the very beginning, you had to manually import some files, change some things. No, it's really simple now. And then from there, the game will download everything on its own. With all that out of the way, let's jump into the headset and let's check out what the brand new Questcraft 6.0 actually looks like and how well it runs. Okay, so now that we are inside the Quest, in order to find Questcraft, this is the navigator, obviously, so your UI might look a little bit different, but you want to find your unknown sources. Then inside unknown sources, you will find Questcraft, and launching it, it will ask you for a few permissions, because of course, the app does have support for things like voice chat. So you just want to allow whatever it asks for, unless it's asking for your phone book or the ability to call people. Then we've got the new agreement here. And as you can see, in order to sign in, we are going to use microsoft.com/link and this code on a different web browser. So I'm going to fire this web page up on my computer here. Okay, all good. It says I am now signed in. And as you can see, that has now disappeared here. And we have the latest version selected, so 1.21.4. And if we press play, you will now see that the instance is now installing. So that is absolutely fantastic. And you can see the progress bar there. Everything has been made so much more transparent since the first time we actually played Questcraft. It's crazy because now the user no longer has to wonder, hey, is this actually downloading? Is my game frozen and things like that? And what you're going to see in a second is it gets even better, because when launching the game, if it does freeze for whatever reason, you actually have the ability to kill it, which is a pretty big deal because in the past, you wouldn't exactly know what was happening and you'd be dumped into a black screen. Okay, when the game has downloaded, you just want to press play again. And as you can see there, there's that kill button that I was talking about. Here is the little menu that is going to show you that the game is loading. As you can see right now, straight after downloading, I have found that it actually just will not load. So after you have downloaded the very first time, you will probably want to kill it and the game will restart, as you can see here. And then when you press play, you will see the game loading. So that's a little bit of a bug that I'm getting here right now. But as you can see now, it's actually loading. So that is fantastic. Let's let it load and I will be with you guys once this does load. As it says here, it will take a little while. And here we go. We've been thrown into a black screen, but only for a second compared to what it used to be. And as you can see here, we've got our Minecraft menu. Here it says update. We're actually not gonna press that because I don't know what it's going to do. We're going to create a single player world as we normally do, and we're going to check the smoothness. We're going to check if this is actually playable, and we're going to build a little house. As we usually do, such is tradition every time a new Questcraft update comes out. So we're gonna let the world generate here. A little something I found while testing this build is when you do get into your world for the first time, you're going to find it's lagging like crazy. The thing is, it's going to lag like crazy for about a minute while the world generates, while all the entities load, and then after that, you're not going to have that issue anymore. Another little something that I found in this test build that I have that maybe you guys will or will not have is textures that are really far away might glitch a little bit. And I'm sure you'll see what I mean in a second, but it's not a really big deal and doesn't actually ruin the gameplay for me. So as you can see, we're in the game here right now, and it is lagging a little bit, but as the world loads in, you'll see that that is slowly going away. So you can see over there, those textures, that's what I was talking about. But as you can see here now that the world has actually loaded in, this is really smooth. And those crashes and lags that we used to have every few seconds in the past, where the game would just like give you a lag spike and make it unplayable, that's all gone. So to be honest with you, those performance issues that we're getting over there in the far away, yeah, that is a minor trade-off for how well this is running. It is absolutely crazy to me how far this game has truly come. So as you can see, my render distance is actually set quite low. I could bump it up, but to be honest with you, again, we're playing Minecraft Java on Quest Standalone. Let's set it to 9 and see what happens. So of course, it's going to lag a little bit at the beginning. And as you can see there, those are the render glitches that I was talking about. But actually, even at 9, while recording, this is completely playable. And of course, as the world generates, we talked about this, we're probably going to see some issues here and there, but to be honest, right now, I'm just not getting any of that. So I think we should build our house in this hole here. Oh, perfect. Coal is here as well. So let's get ourselves some oak logs. And of course, if you're familiar with the controls of Vivecraft, you will be more than familiar with the controls inside Questcraft, because Questcraft is actually running on Vivecraft. So, you know, switching through your toolbar, for example, using your hands, which is a mechanic that I really like, that all works here. So let's get ourselves a pickaxe and let's get ourselves an axe. What is Minecraft about, right? If it isn't about, you know, doing a little bit of exercise. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Oh, this is running so well. Yeah, that cow did not even try to fight it, to be honest. And of course, if you really wanted to, this is Vivecraft. Again, you can actually use your hand in order to break all of these. And I mean, you know, what would I be doing playing Minecraft VR if I didn't do a little bit of exercise? Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with the exercise. This is... So what I found is my, my place or break button just doesn't register sometimes, but that could be because I'm recording. I did not have this issue yesterday, or my controllers could just be broken. But yeah, no, this is, I must say, smoothest iteration yet, and I'm fairly certain most of it is because of the new renderer, even if it is causing a little bit of issues. I do wonder whether that's going to be fixed in the build that just went out to you guys, because yes, that build has gone out now that I'm recording this. I am a little late on recording this. So I'm gonna make this nice and pretty. For that to happen, I'm gonna need more trees. So let's go cut down some trees over there. I don't know what's happening with that cow and sheep over there, but I'm certainly going over to investigate. Thank you, I will take all of your oak. So we're gonna get enough oak in order to build ourselves a little hut. This is very, very playable. Like if you were to run a server as well, where the quest wouldn't have to render the entirety of the world and handle the world generation, of course that would take the load off of it, which means that, you know, if you were playing on a server with your friends or something, maybe the server's being hosted on an old laptop that can't play Minecraft VR, but it could definitely run a server, that would definitely make this run even better. So what we actually haven't done yet is place down our crafting bench, and let's now... So yeah, you can see it's actually, it's like over there for some reason. So that's really stupid. It seems that, yeah, so that's not a Questcraft bug. That's a navigator bug where this actually gets in the way of you playing games. That explains why I haven't experienced it when playing on my own, because I wasn't recording. So that explains a lot. Let's get ourselves a door. Of course, one of the most important things in survival Minecraft. Let's actually get ourselves another furnace. Actually, let's get two. Let's get furni. Let's get 2 furni. Yeah, that's the plural of furnace. And start cooking up the rest of our cobblestone. This is looking very, very nice. And of course, you know what? What kind of base would this be if we didn't have a form of storage? So let's just grab ourselves a chest. Oh, I already had a chest. Okay, well now I have 2. We're going to put a slab there. There we go. Yeah, that works for some reason, don't question it. Then go like that. Only we will know that that is not a full block. That is our trade secret. And then of course, to eat our food, we literally just lift it up. Ideal. That is literally going to be perfect. No. No, you have to be joking. I cannot end the episode until the floor is complete. I hear a zombie, but I can't see it, and I don't like that. Okay, either the zombie is really stupid, or it's not actually that close, because I can hear it, but it's not coming for me. Oh, it's probably coming now. There it is. Yeah, die. It's not super pretty from the outside, okay? But that's not the point. Okay, I think I placed that there. There's no way on Earth that is growing there. Let it grow there instead. So here it is, our little house. We have a house completed. There is not much more to say. The game is where are you? The game is running absolutely beautifully, and I encourage you to check it out yourself. All links will of course be down below in the description to the Questcraft Discord. And with that being said, let's jump into the outro. So there you guys have it. Questcraft version 6.0, the latest version of Questcraft's offering. I can already see multiple of you have had the chance to try it out from their server, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Do let me know how well or not well it has been running for you down in the comment section below, but from what you can probably tell, I've had an absolutely amazing experience in it. They've seriously brought the game, again, to a point where it is entirely playable, and I do hope that this time meta doesn't ruin the fun too early. Either way though, thank you so much to the Questcraft team for your continued work and effort on Questcraft, and thank you so much for letting me try this out a little bit early and bring it to the people. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you like this one, please do leave a like. If disliked, I guess this one works too, but let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spice memes. And thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you, much love. You are what makes all of this possible. And as usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, smack the subscribe button with your bell. And see you again next video. Peace. Zapomniałem, co powiedziałem. Za szybko się rozkręciłem. And once you have confirmed those dialogues,